This video isn't what I set out to make. It's not even close. It was going to be another cooking video, you know, here's what I made for New Year's Eve, steak and potatoes. Woo! Sometime during the day, though, it shifted and it became a video about the simple joy of photography, that thing I initially felt when I picked up a camera. As I was waiting on the food, I started taking random shots of things around me, and I felt that same rush, that same sense of wonder as when I first started. Photography is easier for me, much more accessible than shooting video, which is complex and can be exhausting. I don't know when that sense of wonder left me, but I suspect it was when I sold my Canon gear. That 7D I had was all about photos and good lenses, but at some point I became interested in video and sold it for the Sony gear, which I still have. I also think social media is a big contributing factor. For instance, as I look at this set of photos, there's maybe one or two that I would post to Instagram. Why? Nobody cares about photos in the TikTok rapid scroll age. Plus, the format is so small and rewards vertical video and photos, demanding you shoot in the least pleasing format available. But it occurred to me yesterday that I do care, and I don't want to shoot in that format because the little details all around me matter, and I can utilize them in a larger format like YouTube to display them. A marriage between video and photos to document the simplest things in life. Something that will give me a reference in time. A diary of sorts. Another factor for my lack of shooting photos was the lens, the 24-70 2.8 that gives me so many options and the ability to create incredibly shallow depth of field. I remember when I first got one for my Canon rig, I was so intrigued with how I could isolate the subject and focus on the small details all around me. After several years, I have one again. Video is fun for me and I will continue to shoot it, but I really love photography and I want to document the things around me in a much more accessible way. There was a time I was competitive about photography, but that time has passed. I wanted to compare my stuff to everybody else's, and I wanted to make money, something I figured out over time takes away all the joy of doing it. Comparison is a fool's errand. Now, I just want to document the things I see, things that make me curious, and use video as a way to display those images for me to enjoy, and try to recapture that same sense of wonder I felt when I first started. Here's to seeing things in a new and different way.